So, not too long ago, this channel hit its 4th year anniversary, and to keep a long story short, I play Into the Radius 2 in a Maid outfit. Yeah, that's the video. This video is gonna be a bit of a casual rant kind of videos. I'm trying out a new format, okay? Not that I'm freestyling everything because I'm reading a script right now. Even this, make noise. Huge disclaimer before I talk about the game. It's in early access at the moment. I'm playing on the 0.13 version of the game, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. A lot of salt. Anyways, Into the Radius 2. It's fun, I like it. If you don't know what the game is, people like to say that it's Stalker in VR, but if you don't know what the game is either, then if I have to summarize Into the Radius 2 revolve around what I would call the 6G. Get mission, get gear, get out, get loot, get back, get paid. You get mission from the terminal inside the safe zone. Then you get gear, stocking up on ammo, food, and healing items. Then you get out into the radius. There are 3 corner maps right now ranging from small to big, and all of them are dangerous. If you let your guard down, literally nothing can kill you. Then you get loot. Some stuff is worth more than others. An almost empty ammo box will barely give anything, but an artifact that is a product of the radius itself will worth quite a bit. Then you try to get back alive. Then, whether by completing mission or sell what you find, you get paid with the company's credit. Then the cycle repeats. Sure, there's more to it than that, but I'd rather talk about what I want, which I will start with. When I talked about getting gear earlier, I didn't talk about how expensive it is. You get gear by buying it in the company store, something like rig and backpack, which you can customize quite a bit, mostly putting on pouches and holsters so you can carry more of what you need. I do recommend that for backpack, you should put some kind of a weapon holster on the side of your backpack, because some of the stuff like one of the objective items will be too big for the backpack, but those items usually fit on a rifle holster, so if you have that on your backpack, you can just put it there and don't have to worry about it. For your armor rig though, you can keep it balanced between rifle pouches and pistol pouches, but if you like using pistol, you might want to take off all those rifle pouches so you have space for more pistol magazine, or you can do whatever that is. Do you just want to go out there and start shooting everything? Now wait a minute, most of your gun needs magazine, and magazine needs ammo, and ammo costs money. Honestly, there aren't a lot of moments where I feel like I have enough credit to experiment with my loadout. After every exploration, all the credit I earn is usually spent on resupplying healing items, food, and ammo for the gun that I already have. It's probably just an early game issue though. When I progress further, I do eventually get lucky and have some extra credit to play with. But still, the early game economy is kinda suck. Honestly, I think the reason why the early game economy seems worse than it actually is because the early game gun usually use 9x18 caliber rounds, which don't do a lot of damage, which means that you would end up spending a lot of rounds to kill something, causing you to have to spend more money on those ammo. I feel like if I had to start the game over, getting a better gun as soon as I could would have saved me a lot of money, because something like 9x19 does almost double the damage per round with only slightly higher price. It kinda sucks that all of the gun available can be quite expensive. The fact that you also need to buy magazine, attachment, and ammo for that weapon on top of buying that weapon, that's discouraging me from trying something new. But luckily, I did find some of the guns for free while I'm on my expedition. Actually, that's how I got all my guns. I never spent a single credit on any of them. I found a PP91 early into the game and I stuck with it for most of my saves. It's not exactly a bad weapon, it's a full auto SMG, which did get me out of a lot of trouble, and it's definitely better than a PM starting pistol. But because it is stuck on full auto, I ended up using more ammo than I should, which lead me to the economy problem that I said earlier. Later on though, I get really lucky while I was doing one of my missions. Not only that I found a free SKS rifle and a free Saiga 12 auto shotgun, I found a whole ass AK-74, and like a dog with something in her mouth, I ran away as fast as I could back to the safe house and I give all the gun a nice cleanup. This was when I'm around 10 hours into the game. It's late enough that the PM and the PP91 can't really deal with all of the enemies anymore. Seriously, I don't even have enough ammo for the mission that I just did. I have to use a random shit-crusted double barrel that jams 50% of the time just so I can make it out alive. Also, late enough into the game for me to get good at fighting low loot and combined with the mission reward, I do have some extra credit to spend. So I said fuck it and decided to pick up ammo and mag for the AK. And by God, the moment that I get my hand on something that actually does damage, it is so satisfying. Speaking of, combat is a thing that you will be doing for at least 50% of the game, other than getting loot and doing missions. To be honest, most of the missions here are just fetch quests. You either have to go grab some rare object, some gadgets, with the exception of the top priority mission where they will switch things up a bit. But they are all just an excuse for you to go somewhere and start blasting, which hey, good enough for me. I think the reason why the combat is so fun is because how satisfying the weapons are to use. And another thing that I noticed when I started playing the game was how smart some of the enemies seems to be. There are three main types of enemies with some variety. There's fragment who just walk straight at you trying to smack you. Like the first game though, some they will have an orb inside that need to be destroyed or else the fragment will get revived. And then they are the spawn. They are little evil clump of spaghetti that move around very fast and jump at you. On the side note, I hate little fast enemies that jump at you in VR. These guys always freak me out. They're spooky, they're scary, I hate them. Get them out of here. But when I talk about smart enemy, I'm talking about the mimic. They are smart because instead of copying a treasure chest, they copy a dude with a gun. Yep, from pistol to shotgun and even rifle, and they are surprisingly good with them too. What I mean is, in fight, they would hide my cover and lean out to shoot. The one with the shotgun would try to get up close and personal, and all of them are very lethal if you fight them out in the open. I think the fact that they hit pretty hard make them seem more competent than they actually are, but even if it's not fair social levels of AI compared to the certain VR game I used to play, the fact that I know what a cover is at all already blows my mind. With all the enemy types combined, they work together quite well, because if you have to fight them at the same time, you will get pinned down by the mimic, and the fragment and spawn will try to chase you into the cover. So you will have to either change your focus and take care of the fragment and spawn, or run out and risk getting shot by the mimic. And there are usually more than one of each type, which can make the combat very chaotic. But I have to admit, I kinda like it. And with everything I do in this game, kinda remind me of a feeling when I used to play that one certain VR game. And it feels like the more time that I spend playing into the Radius 2, the more that I realize that this game scratched that itch that I have since Saint and Sinner. If you watch this video for this far, you would know that I used to make a lot of Saint and Sinner content, and you would also know what happened with the game that caused me to stop playing. Now Into the Radius 2 is doing a pretty good job of filling that void. I swear, I didn't just bring up Saint and Sinner just for engagement. I mean, they are similar. Instead of zombies, a death like fragmented thing, and instead of dumbass human enemies with guns actually feel like they have a brain, and they are zero melee combat, so it's not really like Sinner at all. But still, going somewhere spooky, killing stuff, and then take everything you can fit in your backpack, like come on, that's gonna be close enough, right? In any case, I still think that you all should check it out when you have the chance. Again, it's still in early access, so it's still missing a lot of stuff like the knife. Please Dev, add back the knife again. I want to stab the spawn. This game is only as hard as you want it to be, because the difficulty is very adjustable. So if you think that the game would be too hardcore, there is a way to change that. There is even a co-op mode, so you can play with your friend, if you have any. But yeah, that's about it from me. Do you like this kind of video where I just ramble about VR game that I find interesting? If you wanna see the main outfit stream that leads to this video, there is the one in the description. If you wanna see behind the scene and get updated on upcoming video before anyone else, consider throwing $1 my way. Anyways, thank you all for watching to the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all later, with or without Maid outfit.